If you've ever wondered how to make a guided meditation with music, look no further. I'm here to help. It's pretty easy and very affordable. To start, you'll need a few things. You'll need a computer, a Mac or a Windows PC will work. You'll need a microphone. Some computers have a microphone built in, which probably won't have the best sound, but it'll work to start. You'll also need headphones. Make sure your headphones are plugged in when you're recording so you don't pick up any sound from the speakers on your computer. The program we're going to be using is called Audacity. It's free, and I'll include a link in the description of the video where you can download this. You'll see there's buttons to download for Windows and another button to download for Mac. So you'll download the program, install it to your computer, and the next thing you'll need is some music for your guided meditation. This is a shameless plug, but I provide royalty-free meditation music on my site, Indie Music Box. You can go to indiemusicbox.com and you'll see I offer a lot of music. There's multiple styles, but if you click into the relaxation section, which is here, I have a lot of meditation music that is great for guided meditations. I also have a page called How It Works, which tells you what you can and can't do with the music. Usually with guided meditations, you're pretty much good to go. I don't let anyone take my music and sell it or share it unless they're making something new with it. A guided meditation is a perfect example of how you can use my music. You add your voice over it, and you can sell, share, distribute your guided meditation however you'd like. So once you have Audacity installed, we'll have that open here. We also want to have your music, which you may have downloaded from my site or wherever else you can legally get music to use. And I also have down in the bottom right here, just a little script. This is not a real one. It's just for the purposes of this tutorial, but we'll be using that. You'll want to drag your music file into Audacity. I'm going to use the WAV file here and drag it in. It says make a copy, which is safer. I say okay. It's importing the music. I like to put the music in first because when I'm recording something, I want to hear the music. It will probably help with the performance. I don't usually record guided meditations. I just do the music. So please don't judge my performance, but I think it would help to have the music playing in the background. So I'm going to go over here, and there's this slider on the top. That's the volume of the music track. And I'm going to turn it down to maybe -10, just because I don't want it too loud while I'm recording the voice track. So we have our script ready over on the right here. So you can do this as many times as you like. If you mess up, just delete the track and start again. But let's give it a try. I'm going to go up to the top. This circular button here is the record button. So I'll hit record and give yourself a little bit of time at the beginning, which I'll tell you why later. Hello, and welcome to this guided meditation. My name is Chris, and I will be helping you find peace and mindfulness for the next 15 minutes. Let's say I make a mistake here. I'm going to record that and show you how to remove it. Please find a comfortable position. You may sit, lay down, or whatever makes sense for you. Begin by taking a few deep breaths, in for 4 and out for 4. The real meditation will be much longer than this, but I will stop for now. Thank you for listening. All right, then you hit the stop button at the top, which is this square, and you'll see we have our music track and we have our voice track here, which recorded. I put in a couple mistakes there because I want to show how to remove them. So my little meditation here ended up being a lot smaller or shorter than the music, but that's okay. So I'm going to go up to this magnifying glass here on the right with a plus sign, and I'm going to click zoom in so I can kind of zoom in on my recording here. This will help. And you'll see at the beginning, I left all of this silence. And I did that for a reason, because I want to try to remove some of the noise in the room. And when you record, there'll be a little buzzing, a little fuzzy sound. We're going to want to remove that. So I'm going to select this section at the beginning of my voice track. I'm going to go up to Effect, and there's Noise Reduction. Let's select Noise Reduction. Step 1 is to get a noise profile. So let's click that, and it's going to analyze this section and see that that is the kind of white noise that we want to remove. Next, I'm going to click over here on the audio track, and you'll see it selects the whole thing. You could also drag your cursor to select, click and drag, and that'll select the whole thing. And we'll want to go back to Effect, click Noise Reduction again, and then we'll want to complete the actual reduction now that we have the noise profile. The default settings should be fine, but you can mess with them to see. There's also a preview button, which will preview the first few seconds, but let's just see how that sounds. All right, it removed some of the noise. In order to hear this clearly, I'm going to click this mute button on the music track, which will just mute the music. And if I want to play starting here, I can take my mouse up to this timeline up here and hover it right above where I want to start and click. Hello, and welcome to this guided meditation. My name is Chris, and I will be... All right, I hit the space bar to pause. You could also hit the stop button or the pause button up here. And it sounds pretty good. Next thing I'm going to do is select the voice track again. And I want to do this compressor under Effect. So we're going to go to Effect, Compressor, click that. And the default should be fine. We're going to hit OK. It's going to do the compressor. And then under Effect, I want to do Normalize, which I like to set it to -1 for a voice track, especially for guided meditations. You want to make sure it's not peaking or going too loud, because that's going to sound awful, especially in a guided meditation. So I like to put it at -1, so it's nice and soft. We already compressed it, and we're going to normalize it so we have a nice even sound as much as possible. All right. So this should sound better. I'm going to go ahead and hover my playhead here. Hello, and welcome to this guided meditation. My name is Chris, and I will be helping you find peace and mindfulness for the next 15 minutes. Let's say I make a mistake here. I'm going to record that and show you how to remove it. All right, there's the mistake. So I'm going to take my cursor, and if you find it's not working the right way, make sure you go up to this top section and click this cursor right here. Instead of the magnifying glass or the pencil or any of that, you want this cursor. And you'll select this section where you messed up. You highlight it, and then you just hit delete. There it goes. All right, let's keep listening. Please find a comfortable position. You may sit, lay down, or whatever makes sense for you. Begin by taking a few deep breaths, in for 4 and out for 4. The real meditation will be much longer than this, but I will stop for now. All right, so I put in that because I wanted to show you like some more fine-tuning stuff. So we're going to remove the selecting and deleting. and I zoomed in to make it a little easier to see. And now there's going to be a big gap, but I will stop for now. There's a big gap, so I can select this silence here and delete. Let's say I did too much. I can always go to edit, undo, delete to remove what you just did and try again and maybe make it a little better. Let's see if that sounds good. But I will stop for now. Thank you for listening. All right. So it's not perfect, but if I were really doing this, I'd be re-recording. I might move my microphone around just to see what sounds best. I might adjust the volume of my own voice to make sure I'm not speaking too loudly into the mic and it's creating some distortion. And of course, better equipment will yield better results. I did notice just here, there's a little tiny sound, I think, of for now. Thank you for listening. Of my mouth. So I can just highlight that, delete it. So you can go really in depth on editing this. All right. So that's sounding good. Up here where you see the magnifying glasses, there's the zoom in and there's the zoom out. You can always use those, but there's also this one on the right, which if you click, it'll just zoom out to see everything. So that's where we were originally. So let's do that. And I'm going to unmute the music track by clicking mute again. And let's hear it with the music and adjust the level of the music. Hello, and welcome to this guided meditation. My name is Chris. All right, so you can decide, oh, the music's a little too soft or a little too loud, and we can lower it or raise it. I actually think it was pretty good. I did notice that on my voice track in the beginning, there's the sound of like my chair or me clicking. So I'm going to get rid of that. Let's zoom in. So I like when my voice starts compared to the music. So I don't want to just delete all this because that would move my voice all the way over to the left. Hello and welcome to, and I don't want it to start before the music. So I'm going to select this whole section here because there's a couple little issues and go to Effect, Amplify, and I'm just going to put this all the way down, -50, which should just lower it so you can't hear any of that. Let's see that. Much better. All right, let's say I want to add in some space, and you could do this anywhere. You could click in between where you're speaking, or you could do it at the beginning. Let's say I want to do a little bit at the beginning. I'm going to put my cursor here and click. So you see the line is here. And I'm going to click Generate Silence. And here you can say, oh, I want 5 seconds, 5.000 seconds. Put that in there. And now it'll start a little later. I actually liked where it was, so I'm going to undo that. But that's how you would do that. So let's say that this looks perfect. Let's zoom back out. And the only problem is the music is much longer than I want it to be. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to the end of the music and select all the way up to a little bit after where we're speaking. So it'll just fade out. And we're going to delete all of that and zoom in a little bit. And if you hover your cursor all the way at the end, you'll see this little hand pop up, and that's a good way to make sure you're right at the end. And then you just drag, click and drag all the way over here. And I don't know if this is going to be too long of a fade out, but we'll give it a try. You select that and you go to Effect, and you can go to Fade Out, or you can do all the way down Studio Fade Out. They're both a little different. Let's just do Fade Out. There we go. So now at the end of the meditation, I could see I made a couple mistakes here at the end, so I'm going to just delete those. We'll just see how it fades out. Thank you for listening. So that sounds great. It's not the perfect performance, but I have all the confidence in the world that you will make a better meditation than I have. This is just showing you how to do it. So when it sounds great, the leveling of the track is all good. You can save the project. And if you hit save project as, this will save the Audacity project. You can't distribute that file. It's a good idea to save it in case you want to come back and work on it or fix an error or something. But in order to export the audio to use, you'll want to go to this export audio, the selection. And once we click on that, I'm going to just go to my desktop and you can select MP3 or WAV. And I usually do this 32-bit, 16-bit is also okay, but 32-bit, well, this is the uncompressed file. So I usually start with that because it's a bigger file and it's not compressed. The MP3 will be a little compressed, but a lot of services require the MP3 and a lot of people like listening to MP3s. So I would do the WAV and then do the MP3. And if you don't have the MP3 option in Audacity, there might be something you have to add to Audacity, and I'll put a link to do that in the description if necessary. So let's do WAV, and we'll export that. Your tracks will be mixed down to 2 stereo channels. That's fine. And here you can change things. So this will be meditation. And the album is like meditation album. If you have it, you don't have to have it. Genre, let's just remove that stuff. I'll just put my name and meditation. Okay. Then it exports it to your desktop, and then you should be good to go. I hope this helped and that you can use it to make your own guided meditation. I also have a written version of this on my blog, on my website. So if it's a little easier to follow around that way, it has screenshots and lots of details. Feel free to do that. Hopefully this video was helpful. And if you want any music, I hope you'll check out my website. Thank you so much and good luck.